You stupid.
What happened? Hello and welcome to the first episode of What Happened? Have y'all not seen that Mickey Mouse show? Oh, go watch. I'm sorry. Let me do that again. Welcome to the first episode of What Happened? It's always going to make me laugh. So, I just want to sort of bring back the unscripted stuff, just me blabbing and yapping, because I was actually writing the Grip Baby video and I just got exhausted just watching her videos. Jesus. Great Jeebus, please. All right, so I found these people, the Love Jenkins. Now, this is going to sound very familiar, but this man here told his wife that he is quitting his job to pursue his music career. Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those. Now I know you're like, Pat, that does sound familiar. Well, you've heard it a million times. But one of the videos I made and the whole series of What Happened is about where I go back and look at somebody I talked about and made a video about and see what's going on with them. So we're going to come back to them. We're going to come back to these people here. And first, we're going to go back to what reminded me of, what they reminded me of. And they reminded me of, if y'all remember, the Harris Huddle family. Do you remember the Harris family, the Harris Huddle people? Do you remember them? They blew up on TikTok and everybody was talking about them. Oh, before we even get started, please like, comment, share, and do all that stuff. And click that subscribe button. Thank you so much. Thank y'all for 1,300 subscribers, by the way. So basically, they blew up with commentators with the initial video of them telling us that God told them to quit. Well, the husband was the only one worked with 5 kids. He has 6 grand total. Remember, he has one outside child. Man, come on. He has an outside child. And so he got 6 kids to feed. 6. And he said God told him to quit his job to become a content creator. Now you looking at these numbers and you're like, what? So we're going to kind of go back and look at some stuff from back then. And then we're going to talk about the new people and just that it's a trend, because this is nothing new. And I'm going to show you it's nothing new because I went to YouTube and I typed in, go subscribe to Movies Are Stupid. I went to YouTube and I typed in, God told me to quit job to be a content creator. This is a tale as old as time. As you can see, I quit my job on faith. God told me to quit my job. God told me to quit school. God told you to quit school. Okay. God told me to quit my job. God told me to quit my job and become a YouTuber. You know what? Let's click on old Drew here. Let's see what Drew got going. Drew had, this video has 1,000 views. Let's see if Drew was successful in this. Now that video was 3 years ago, right? And yeah, the last video he made was a year ago. Got 60 views on it. Yeah, that didn't go too well for Drew. I hope Drew when he got a damn job. I hope Drew when he got 200. You quit with 208 subscribers, sir. There's no way. No. And look right here. 3 years ago, my hardest decision, sir. No. You do not do it. Let me pick somebody else. Let me see how somebody might be successful here. Let's just go right. Victoria. What Victoria got going? She made this video 2 years ago.
So a few years ago, I got a lead in to leave my current.
No. So you can become. She might be doing pretty good. Let me see. What's the last video she made? 2 weeks ago, 1,007. No, these are not. No, hell no. What is this? My wife's not initiate sex. This might help. What is the plan here? What is this? No, these are not quit your job numbers at all. In no way, shape, or form. That should be 6 digits. 6 digits that would qualify to quit your job. I'll even say 5, but the high 5 digits, like 80,000, 90,000. But even then, man, it depends on where you live, right? Yeah, so I'm not. No, these are not. Let me try one more person. Let me just go to one more
So
person.
a few years
And see, maybe somebody. Let's see here. God told me to quit my. Oh Lord, no. 800 views. 5K followers to 100K in 90 days. Okay. Did she get that though? Does she have that 100K? No, she does not. She has 8,000, which ain't bad. It ain't nothing to sneeze at, you know. But let me see. Did she last video was made 3 months ago. Ma'am. Okay, so no. This ain't All right. So anyway. All right, that's enough of that. So let's go back to these guys here who I'm going to be I don't think nobody had any real like I think they got enough views to like make some money, but it wasn't crazy amount of money. The thing is too, I don't think they ever went live. So the resources and tools that they needed to maybe become official content creators, they didn't use. Because I feel like the dad, he always thought he was the funny one in the room, and he's not. He's just not funny. Nothing he's ever said or done has been funny. All right, so let's just watch. This is, let's see here.
What?
Joe.
Joe. That's worse than Troll. You shot me in my throat, so. We finna clean it up. You know what? You're not coming to help? Why not? Yeah.
Jamir, you go get JoJo's diapers, size 3.
Okay, so this is just a video of them showing how the night goes. And if you notice over here, the comments are turned off. The comments are turned off on all videos. This is like their first video kind of stating, why do you want to become a content creator? What's in it for you, blah, blah, blah. And them, like, this is the one I want to be. I'm going to be a content creator. I think this is just, as we found out, and as I remember, is that the dad just didn't want to go to work. That was all it was. He just didn't want to work. He apparently has several jobs and he quit them all. Or he pretended to go to work and got fired. So, yeah, but the comments are off, I think, on all the videos because they got tired of people, you know, stating their opinion. God, isn't that crazy? There's a comment section and people are going to comment. Crazy work that everybody doesn't agree with everything you do. Also, 24. This is an old video. This is, 24. And this is when she was pregnant with number 5. 24.
We stay up.
Pregnant with number 5.
To keep everything together.
Wow, someone gonna mute some of this.
Go throw it away and put the.
Clearly copyrighted music. Now, I'm gonna say something here. I think that.
What were you saying?
I think.
What about the umbilical cord?
Pushing the baby out
Pushing the baby out in what?
in your stomach.
Okay. The baby.
I feel like the video should have been her and the kids. I think it should have just been her and the kids. I think he should have appeared every now and again. And I'm going to tell you why I think that, right? Because when you go back and look at a lot of the videos, let me see if I can pull up the thing here. If you look at a lot of the videos, right? I think people are just more interested in her and the kids. And then he pops in and does some goofy shit that he probably saw on TikTok trying to mimic that. And people are like, okay. Knowing that, like, you should be at work, sir. I mean, hell, both of them should be at work, but 5 kids, ain't no daycare in the world. So, I don't know. I think the content should have been very driven on how she deals with being a stay-at-home mom with the 4 kids at first, the pregnancy, what you're going through, what are you experiencing. But I think most of that content was just like so random. It was like, hey, we're cleaning up tonight, and now we're doing this, and now we're just eating lunch in the car, which slice of life stuff is okay if it's interesting, but it wasn't, not really anyway. But let me just go to like the video of them, the initial like.
So we got pulled over by the police.
Hold on, that's an important one. This is another one they got a lot of shit for, and I think this is the one that finally made them cut the comments off, I think. But let me find the one where, okay, this is the one that made them famous, if y'all remember. This is the one that everybody talked about.
Since the beginning of our relationship. I'm gonna try to give y'all a brief synopsis of it because we don't want to revisit the past too much. But anyways, that first year that we got together, we went through cheating from both parties, a baby being made outside of me, which came with not trusting each other. So our foundation was not perfect. And don't eat us up too much. We know how the internet likes to pretend that their life is. But my husband is about to walk y'all through the next part of our story. Here you go, honey.
When me and my wife moved in together, we weren't married yet, but I told her that I wanted to take care of her. Now, was I ready? No. I had just gotten out of a relationship prior to that, and I was confused. My heart and my mind was telling me to be here with her, while a piece of my mind was telling me to keep my other kid's mom on the side. So I had to go through some stuff and learn on my own where I really wanted to be. I chose my wife. I told her to quit her job and that I'll work for us. Of course, we had people in our ear not quite understanding our choices and our decisions, but that wasn't theirs to make, so we ignored everybody. My first job, I worked there for...
Okay, so basically he told her, quit her job, quit your job, I'll work. But he's quit several jobs.
I don't have a reason.
So
I'm gonna be real.
You told her to quit her job, you'll work. And then in turn,
was making $17 an hour.
Everybody told you don't do that. Don't tell her to quit her job. Y'all should both work. You have several kids that need feeding. Don't do that. And he admits we ignored everybody. Great start.
10 hours a day, 7 days out of the week. We were financially irresponsible at the time, so all of our money was going to stuff that we wanted. Then we decided that I should quit a higher paying job. So my second job, I worked there for a year, making $19.50 an hour, 10-hour shifts, 5 days a week. This is when I started leaving work early and lying to my wife, telling her that they were letting us leave early. Leaving early means checks were shorter, but I was okay with the outcome of the money and her reaction. Then we decided,
stop again. So again, let's go over one more time. So you told her quit your job so I can work for both of us. Took a job for $17 an hour, worked like 10 hours. So you doing like 50 hours a week, right? Hold on. Let me bust out my calculator real quick. Just so you know, and we ain't gonna include taxes that go around. No taxes that go around. So you're doing 17 50-hour a week, right? So you making like $8.50 a week. We ain't gonna touch your taxes, right? So making $8.50 a week, that was supposed to help you and, well, let's say 6 kids. One is on the way at this point, and you got the other one with the other chick. So you thought $8.50 a week. That's what a month. Again, ain't touched your taxes yet. $3,400 a month. All right, and then he said he had $19.50, right? Also doing 50 hours a week. $975 better, much better, almost $1,000. Again, we ain't gonna talk about taxes. Almost $1,000. But still, like in this economy, still very much stretching it. But then you said, you know what? I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna just go doing God knows what. I mean, you know, God knows what. Lying to like, oh, the checks is short. She's at home sorting out bills. She's at home knowing that you make $19.50. She's at home knowing you work 50 hours a week. She knows and depends on what your check should look like, because that's how she's calculating the food budget, the electricity. Now, is she on any assistance? We gonna say no for right now. It's quite possible that she might have been. She could definitely get it easy. 5 kids? Oh, yeah. But let's say she wasn't. Let's say she wasn't. She's calculating electricity, phones, food, diapers, clothes, medical expenses based off of a $19.50 an hour, 50 hours a week check. And you were coming home going, they left me out early. When in reality, you was in the parking lot of McDonald's grubbing on a Big Mac and some fries. Trying to figure out what you're going to do for the next 4 hours because you're supposed to be at work. All right.
That I should quit this job for a higher paying job. My third job, I worked there for 4 months. Pay was based off of production. At this job, I was leaving early, still lying about it to her. Then it all caught up to me. I got fired from this job right after the birth of our baby. So I applied for my fourth job and got paid based off of production as well. Working 12-hour shifts, 4 days a week, still leaving and lying. I worked this job for a year and 4 months. Then they fired me for leaving.
This is 4 jobs. 3 out of the 4. You lied and was leaving early. She catches you, and this all comes up. Job 3. Job 4, you're like, I'm just going to do what I did before. Okay.
Early. So I confessed. I told my wife the truth and promised.
Damn it. TikTok.
I'm going to be real. This journey has been hard for
Y'all getting these are raw videos. Y'all ain't get y'all
year and
getting it raw. Ain't no editing.
4 months. Then they fired me for leaving early. So I confessed. I told my wife the truth and promised to her that I'll never ever do this again. My fifth job, I was making $21 an hour, working 12-hour shifts for 4 days a week. I was doing everything right, being honest, not leaving early, and I got fired from here. My sixth job, I got hired.
Now he said he got fired. He was honest. He wasn't leaving early. So you just sucked at that job. So we're job number 5.
Again from my fourth job, and I proved to them that I wasn't the same man from then. I had changed. I worked here for 6 months before they fired me for not paying them something that I thought I earned. Apparently, the company accidentally paid me an extra $1,200. I went through a season of.
I don't remember that for some reason. Honestly, I don't remember a lot. I dump a lot of this information right after I post it. So they paid you an extra $1,200 on accident, and I know a lot of people say I ain't repaying it neither. Just get them folk their money or go work out something. Go be like, hey, listen, man, that $1,200 helped me out a lot. But can y'all just take out? Can we do? I don't know, $50. So a paycheck. So let's say you get paid every 2 weeks. That's $100 a month. You know, you would have knocked that out, and you didn't pay them extra when you could. I'd rather have had my regular ass paycheck than no paycheck.
Not being able to get hired anywhere. I had burned all my bridges at plants near me and couldn't get a job driving for companies either because of my driving history on my license. Job number 7. I was making $12 an hour, working 8-hour shifts for 4 days a week. My experience here was the reason I decided to quit. From working all these jobs, plus.
Hold on. Okay, so we went from 17 to 1950 to 21. He didn't say what he made in the other ones. And the purpose of quitting a lot of these jobs was to get a higher paying job. And once you burnt every bridge, technically stole from the company, lied to your wife about going to work in the first place because she now has to figure out how to operate off of shortened checks. No driving company can hire you because of your shitty driving record. We're going to get back to that in a minute. So after all of that, you come down to get a job for 12 schmackaroos an hour.
I've learned it's not about the money. Lying keeps you stagnant, and I want to change. I decided to put my faith in God and let Him guide me to lead my family the proper way. We've been through a lot of financial.
Because God didn't get you the $17 an hour job that you quit for a higher paying job that I'm pretty sure you prayed to God for, and God said, hey, here's $19.50, bud. To which you then lied and got fired from, and then God said, you know what, I'm hearing your prayers. Here's $21 an hour, bud. So you listened. No, you heard him, but you just didn't listen. So now at $12 an hour, because God done called in all the favors on earth he could, got you the joint for $12 an hour, and somehow God came back up and said, you know what, quit and make videos on TikTok. Okay.
Car repos,
S.
I'm gonna be real. This journey has been hard for
S.
extra $1,200. I went through a driving for companies either because of my driving history on my license. Job number 7. I'll make $12 an hour, working 8-hour shifts for 4 days a week. My experience here was the reason I decided to quit. From working all these jobs, plus some, I've learned it's not about the money. Lying keeps you stagnant, and I wanted change. I decided to put my faith in God and let Him guide me to lead my family the proper way. We've been through a lot of financial trouble, car repos, accidents, and issues. Our home life wasn't picture perfect either, but through it all, we chose each other and gave it all to God. Well, yeah, I see all the name calling y'all doing, and I just wanted to let you know I'm none of that. For sure, I am a God-fearing man. Provider.
You are every bit of it. I saw some of the stuff before they turned off the comments. Sir, you are exactly what they said you were. 7 jobs. 6 children. And no money. No. God had you. See this, the whole throwing God in the stuff. God had you. He had you at 1950. He had you at 21. So, all right. Where's the other video at real quick? And this is the content that you make. This is you quit the jobs. You didn't want to work no more, and this is the content you make. This is it.
All right, y'all. Now we got that.
And they never made. That's another thing. There was never any content. Okay, let me tell you the difference between content and randomness, right? Randomness is what they did. And that they thought in these videos of just randomness that some stuff would catch on. But what they should have did is focus on the stuff that hit and the stuff that didn't hit, right? So, all right, right here. Spend a morning with me. Here's another bigger one. Spend a realistic morning with me. Wait a minute. Are these spend a morning with me videos and spend an evening getting ready videos? Are these the videos that people want to watch? It looks like it. Hey, maybe we should focus on these videos. You know, the morning routine of getting 5 kids together and a baby and a giant man baby. This is what she should have made. She should have been the focus. Then the kids, then him come in third. These are the things that people wanted to watch. These are the things. They didn't give a shit about the random dancing and the weird pranks and the bad joke. They didn't care about none of that shit. They needed to know how in the hell, ma'am, are you managing all of these kids alone in an apartment, in a 2-bedroom apartment? They don't care about the randomness. But you didn't do that. You tried every YouTube, TikTok trend and what every other TikTok family was doing instead of just making it your own shit. That's the difference between content and randomness. Especially when you want to do content, you have to make some. It's like food, right? It's like, okay, what are you making dinner or are you just having food? If I'm making dinner, I'm making a main, like a main dish part. I'm making the sides, maybe having some bread over here, maybe having, a side salad or some shit. Like, that's what I'm having. That's dinner. If I'm just having food, I'm going in there and grabbing whatever. I'm finna make a ham sandwich with some, I don't know, the leftover mac and cheese some other day, and the little bag of Doritos, and I don't know, that little spaghetti that left over. That's just random shit. Just having food. There's no plan into this. And I think that was what his problem was. He wants to be the content creator, so he thought everybody should latch on to everything they do, and they're going to agree with it and like it. But just like, oh my God, I don't know if I had this revelation in the first video I made about them, but I'm having it now. I see what's happening here. I see what happened here. What happened here was the guy who didn't like to be told what to do by his family and ignored them. The guy who didn't like to be told what to do by bosses and managers and ignored them is also the guy who didn't want to do what the internet and content creation and the algorithm wanted him to do and just fucking ignored it. That's what happened here. That is the real thing of what happened here. Now, where's that other video? Real quick. Again, this is just them eating lunch. Nobody cared. Where's the other video at? The one of them. Okay, what is this? The speeding ticket one. Can I speed this up?
Police last night, y'all.
Yes,
But before we get into talking about that, I want to formally introduce ourselves to you guys. My name is Yakira Harris, and this is my husband, Jeffrey Harris, Jr. And before we get to...
How long is this video? Oh my God.
So I came not knowing what will all come with it, but I came to let me take care of you, stop working. I got it. So I had a lot of trials, tribulations through the jobs. I worked at least about 7 jobs.
Yeah.
The first 2 I want to say I leveled up to another job
There's a pain in her eyes if you pay attention.
for higher pay. But after that, I started getting fired. It was for personal reasons for me, because I got lazy at times when I tell her, hey, let me off. Boom, boom. Started adding up, started lying more and more. But I eventually got fired
From every single
from
one.
every single job. But the 2 after ones I leveled up, I would lie, and I ended up getting caught up with the lie. And
Y'all saw the
losing my
side
job.
eye?
In the past, let me see, that's 2, 4. These past 3 jobs that I had, I've been doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. I got fired from food line distribution after I had Yuri, maybe like months after that. Got fired from there. Then I went and worked at Walmart distribution. I got fired from there, maybe after a month, 2 working there. I got fired. After coming from, we went to a trip for Christmas to Texas. After I came back to Texas, they let me go. So that's what that was.
For no reason, really.
Yeah, no reason.
Yeah.
So I went.
I'm pretty sure that they let you go because you went on a trip and took time off at a job you were only at a month or so, and you probably had built up no PTO time whatsoever, and they probably told you to bring your ass to work because a lot of warehouses and places don't close on Christmas. They stay open on Christmas or around the holidays, or at least Christmas Eve, and you didn't want to hear that. So you left early anyway, and she still don't know, or she's just as slow as he is, and you were surprised that this company who probably wanted your ass at work, probably Christmas Eve, and because I've worked at warehouse jobs, and yeah, Christmas is off, but the day before and the day after, your ass is at work. So planning trips states away for days at a time wasn't an option, but all right.
Back to my job.
They fired you for no reason. Sure they did.
I'm a partner with Smithfield, whatever. So went back over there, started working there again. We're there about, let's say about 7
All right, let's go ahead to
months.
the insurance part.
Oh, there's some other job out there that can help me. Make sure we good.
But it really wasn't because he had already worked at every factory that's here in our city.
Mm-hmm.
So and he got fired and couldn't apply for the driving jobs because of his history with driving.
Yeah, I got about 12,000 tickets.
That's a story for another day.
For sure.
But yeah,
Because it's so funny.
he had really burned his bridges with every option that there was. So the last option was
Indeed, yeah. So I applied literally 30 minutes later. I had got an interview. I'm gonna go do the interview on that Thursday. So that Tuesday when I applied, and that Thursday I'm gonna do an interview. And then they told me, hey, you got orientation. So I got hired. They got orientation. So I'm gonna go to orientation. Working at McDonald's. And then the first thing I was a little embarrassed, but as I was working, I was meeting a few people. So just letting them know, like, hey, this is my
McDonald's was my first, let's say, job in the city when I moved my country ass out of the country and moved into the city. And McDonald's was my first job. McDonald's smells so weird in the back. If you work at McDonald's, you may know what I'm talking about. It's just the food before you cook it doesn't smell like the food after you cook it. You know what I'm saying? Like people who have worked at McDonald's, you may know what I'm talking about.
Just a humbling moment. Like I used to come from getting paid $1,200 a week to $12 an hour. So again, it was a humbling moment. So I worked there for 3 months. 2-3 months. But in the midst of that, I've been through some trials too. Like again, humbleness. What's the word? Fruits of the spirit.
he learned.
I learned the fruits of the spirit.
Yeah.
Fruits
This
of
one
the
man can't say
spirit,
his name, but anyways, just felt like some type of way about him, like judging him. It's not me, it's not my character, but I judged him right off that. I started being rude to him, and I was being like, I felt conviction after it, but it's like I don't care. But like, bro, came in here think that he knows stuff, and basically I've been running since he got there. But again, I'm talking to my wife one day, I don't know, it's just something about him I just don't like. She got to humble me again. Hey, it's fruits of the spirit. You gotta love, give love, joy, kindness, self-control, all those good things, peace, patience, all that. So I went the next day. I tried. I was like, dang, I messed up again. I think I said something slick to him that next day. But again, I was like, what? I got the next day. I got tomorrow. He worked tomorrow. And the next day it was a little hard. But I was like, what, babe, you did pretty good today. You did pretty good.
Let's just get to the
we got pulled over by the police last night, y'all. But before we get into talking about that,
Come on, what you doing? Let's just get to that.
try to trick us on our
Yes,
spot.
if we have an argument, hey, let's talk about it.
Not an argument, because we don't
A
argue.
debate. That's what
debate. That's what my
Granny
grandma
said.
said.
Shut up. Shut the fuck. Shut up. Shut up. Shut your shut up. Just shut your shut up. Shut up your shut. Take your face. Take your face. Shut up. Okay? Because I feel like this is how it always went. Y'all had an argument, and then somehow you ended up pregnant after each argument. I wonder.
Yeah, Granny said debate.
Shut up. Get to the car thing. Where is it?
Man, mine lost a cook. Just know that. But anyways, coming back, you know.
Coming back home.
Jesus Christ, man. You know what? And this is double speed. He paused for 8 minutes. Okay.
What we
I'm
weren't
sorry.
doing, he was driving, but again, remember I mentioned earlier about him having
Yeah, but he gets fired for no reason. Motherfucker went to sleep for like 8 minutes just a second ago.
a bad history of driving. It all those tickets basically came from him speeding. That's it. So, but last night he was not speeding. He wasn't doing nothing wrong. He was driving normal, getting our babies home.
Speed limit, everything.
At 9 o'clock at night, trying to get our babies in the house. It was cold.
Yeah, and then when we left, before we started driving, we left my mom-in-law's house, and something told me, God told me, buckle all these kids up. Because sometimes when we drive from there to the house, it's not far, maybe about 5 to 10 minutes, maybe. And like I got the top buckle and the car seat buckle. I got it nice and tucked up. And last night was like, buckle all the kids up. I'm like, okay, shoot, I'll do that. So we got everybody in the car, everybody buckled up. We driving, we got literally. Right here, like 2 minutes.
Yeah, we're right here close to the house. We're right here.
Coco came out of nowhere. You know, I ain't doing nothing wrong. So I'm like, okay, we good. Drive, cool.
Came beside him in the next lane.
Came beside him, left lane. I turned right. He turned his left leg on. So I'm like, okay, we good. But again, when I looked up, he was there. Looked down, he was gone. Looked up again, he was there. Yeah, he was there again. So it was like, what in the world? So the lights came on. I'm like, oh my goodness, babe. I wasn't speeding, was I? I wasn't speeding. I'm like, what's going on? What's wrong? So I pulled over.
I had the baby in my lap. I was nursing her.
So I'm like, what in the world? Like, devil, you are not going to win. Just know that you're not going to win. So I pulled over. I just.
The devil. I see. Blame him. Like, devil. You know what? I know devil ain't got a bow tie to your ass. Both of them is so tired of you. They're so sick of you at this point. But the God and devil go have coffee to talk about how they tired of you. I bet they be sitting there having coffee, and all of a sudden the devil phone ringing to you. Like, nah, who was it? You know who it was. Jeffrey? Yeah, it was Jeffrey again. Oh, he did. That man done asked me for like 7 jobs. I done gave him a job every single time. Yeah, and then he blamed me for getting fired. Wait a minute, what did you do? Nothing. I did not. The man went to sleep in the car. I tried to wake him up one time. I turned the alarm on early. And you know what he gonna say? The devil is a lie. And turned the damn alarm off and went back to sleep in the car.
So he was letting me know, like, hey, I asked him, well, like, no, just they need a license and the ID license to see, like, if I'm talking to the right person. So I gave him these, okay. So he told me that, was it DMV?
Yeah, DMV had requested that the tax return in because we didn't have the insurance on our car. He gave us the date. We can't tell you what day it was, but we haven't had any insurance on our car since a certain time because we ran into hard times. From him losing his job, life happened. Got to try to figure it out. That's it. Financial issues. So we didn't have no insurance on our car, and that's why he pulled him over because he ran our tags and they were dead.
Right.
Pause. You just said he wasn't speeding. He wasn't doing anything wrong. The wrong was the not having insurance part. You fucking Muppets. Punches. Just give more punches. Just want to punch. What do you mean? What do you mean you were doing? You were doing the illegal thing. Also, if the DMV... Hold on. Let me see if it's by different states. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Because different states, different things. I'm gonna check Georgia real quick. In the state of Georgia, how long can you ride around without insurance before tags have to be surrendered?
In Georgia, driving without insurance is illegal. If your insurance lapses for 10 days, the state flags it, triggering a pending tag suspension.
Pending.
You then have 30 days to resolve the issue or face a fine before your vehicle registration is fully suspended.
Okay, so, all right. So basically, you got 10 days, and then it's flagged. That's $25 fee. Okay. Then you have 30 days after that. So that's 40 days. Then you get another $25 fee. And then, let's see, if you do not provide proof of insurance in the 30-day registration, vehicle registration, or suspicious expense, after suspension driving. So yeah. So you have basically let's say like a month and some change to get this shit sorted. And then I think, yeah. So you have, yeah. And then you have 30 days to sort that out. So again, this is state of, I don't know where they are. Are they in Texas? I have no idea where they are. I'm going to assume it's every state is the same. So you had a month to figure this one out. And that means they've been looking for your ass too.
Yeah, because we renewed them this year.
Yeah, but
we
the
have to
insurance.
pay our insurance. Yeah.
No, so they came into the tax, and then like just knowing like, at first I thought it was a go. So of course I'm like, W not gonna win. So anyways, I said W not gonna win. You're not gonna win. I ain't sung the song. Don't remember the song. I told him he was gonna win. And then just after he took the tags off, we came home. He followed us home so we could get home.
Before you get to that part, I just want to add in there the fact that he could have gave him a ticket for our headlights. We have a broken headlight. He could have gave us a ticket for that. He could have gave us a ticket for our
Broken headlights.
oldest two not being in their car seats.
But they were buckled.
They were buckled.
Kids not in their car seats.
But we didn't have their car seats in the car because we had just cleaned the car out, like right before that. So just it never got put back in. But they were buckled in. So he could have gave him a ticket for that. Because the ticket was last time he looked in there. Just, and he could have gave us a ticket for me holding that baby. But he didn't. He only gave him a ticket.
And holding the baby in the front seat. Ma'am. Again, leave the devil alone. He ain't got nothing to do. This is stupidity. Hence the name of the channel. This is just stupidity.
For the tax, and he took the tax, and he was being very, very nice, very respectful of us.
Again, because he could have just got y'all shit told and left you standing out there on the street.
Trying to help the process go by smoothly. And he explained to him too whenever he gave him the ticket that he had got the ticket for driving with their tax and for insurance, lapse in insurance. So, but he also pointed out the fact that we've had other moments where they've given us an extension for our court date. So that's not what is kicking this in my head, but the fact that he pointed out that instead of him sending him to criminal court, he sent him to traffic court, and right, they just want to make sure you got it right, you fixed it, so we get to take care of that and worry about that next year in January. So we got us a little bit of time to get stuff right. So we gonna have it right by then. Amen. All right. And so he followed us home, made sure we got home safely, and we came in the house. We put our baby in the bed, and we went on to sleep. We didn't talk about it. We prayed and went to sleep.
Woke up, just like,
Should have prayed and got a job. All this praying just equals babies and no job. All right, y'all. So I'm not gonna rewatch the one of the kid. This one is, I think this is the one where everybody got tired of these motherfuckers. This is the one where I think the kid wet the bed, and he wet the bed and he got up and changed. I think he threw the sheets in the laundry room. And changed clothes and didn't tell anybody. Which everybody's like, So I think that's what happened here. Let me see.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. And I know after doing that. You changed your clothes? When did you do that? In the middle of the night? Where was mommy and daddy at? Were we in the living room? That means we were asleep, right? Yeah, he changed his clothes.
Okay.
Put the shirt right there.
That's crazy.
That was right there. He thought that out. That was almost pretty good. But it wasn't good enough. You want oatmeal? Okay, baby. I'm gonna make us some coffee. And I'm finna drink me a bottle of water right quick so that way I can get ready for the day of breastfeeding my baby. Sorry, where you going? Knock on the door, Mr. Daddy.
I don't know if they made a video explaining exactly what happened, but from what I can see, the kid peed the bed, took the sheet off, changed the sheet, changed his clothes, put the new sheet on, put his dry clothes on, and just didn't tell anybody. Did he get up and take a bath and wash up? No, he didn't. But he didn't tell them that he wet the bed. And so he got to ask for that? Go fuck yourself. And I seen, there's this fucking white woman on here who's just defending these. What is that bitch's name? That bitch just hold on. What? She popped up early. Hold on, let me see. She popped, this bitch here.
Okay, so.
This motherfucker here, and y'all see I commented. She's like, oh, people call him the new Jenkins family. And I think she defends the dad whooping the kid for lying about the kid. First of all, there's more than likely an issue that needs to be investigated if he's wet in the bed like that. A belt ain't fixing that fucking issue. If he broke something, cool. If he stole something, cool. He wet the fucking bed, you fucking psychopath. And this bitch here is taking up for them. Talking about, oh, y'all don't. How do you think the Resilience family got to the fucking level they're at, lady? Deciding not to work and choosing social media over getting a job and just having a regular ass family. I'm not even gonna play this bitch's video. Fuck her. So, Hold, no. No. I do want to get to that part. Where's that part at? Hold on. I do want to get to that part.
Okay, so the Harris
Shut
walks
up.
to the store. Do you know that I got a car out there? Do you want to
Shut
ride?
up.
And he's like, no, I just want to walk. Go again. Not. It happened to me as a kid. I don't like it, but that's not my child. I don't know the full situation, and it's not my place to judge because the kids still all look happy and safe. And
Hold on.
I don't like. Do I agree with whipping your kid with a belt? Yeah.
Right here.
Do I agree with whipping until they get the car legal again? Do they need a bigger apartment? Yeah. Do I agree with whipping your kid with a belt? Absolutely fucking not. It happened to me as a kid. I don't like it, but that's not my child. I don't know the full situation, and it's not my place to judge because the kids still all look.
But it's a child. I don't give a fuck what you say. For peeing the bed. That's one of those ones, yo, where like, Jesus Christ. This is not the 80s. This is not the 60s. We don't live in that fucking time no more. Kid pees the bed. You find out what's going on. You sort it out that way. The solution, it should have been a conversation and a talk with your kid off fucking camera. Not, let's grab the belt. We're going to show you. And you know what happens? That kid dreams about that shit. And that kid becomes more scared. Look it up. That kid becomes more scared and wets the bed because of that. And you whoop him again and again and again. And that kid becomes more and more scared. And more fearful. Humans...
happy and safe, and trust me, kids are not going to act up that crazy in an environment that they don't feel safe in.
Oh, you poor...
Fried chicken.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so
Kids are not going to act that crazy in an environment that they don't feel safe. You know what? Shut up, lady. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Made me fucking mad. Pisses me the fuck off. Anyway, so I'm finna get ready to wrap most of this up now, y'all. Here is them finding out that they are qualified for the live program. And this is, I think, a month. No, not a month. Like a week before they quit making videos altogether. Because the last video was the 9th. So they got into the live program on the 3rd. So this is the opportunity to go live, make the money, get the gifts, get the followers. You know, this is when you do it. That's why Bossy is on live 7 times a fucking day. This is why Hardface Author is on live 3-4 times a day. They're not doing any. Bossy is literally sitting there playing music. Hardface Author is just eating and pretending that people think he's pretty. Sir. So that's why Joe is not doing anything. Okay, the cooking maybe, but the sitting there yakking about just same shit all the time. So y'all at least had the kids to talk about, your relationship to talk about, answering questions. You could have battled. You could have made all the money in the world, but I'm guessing that just didn't work out and they quit. Again, this is the last video. Is it this one? Yeah, this is the last video. They're not getting many views. They're not getting many likes. At this point in time, people are pretty much like done with them, and because it's weird. And like the whooping video, I think happens like
First of all, we went
I
a
just
little while before that.
Good morning.
And again, people like it was just see here, like this comment here. These are our children. How we choose to see that kind of shit right there. You're opening up your family to the internet. People are going to say stuff. Do you have to respond to it? No, you don't. You don't even have to pretend like you fucking saw it. Joe does it all the time. It ain't bothering me. Next video. How dare y'all talk about me and call me ugly? Well, it's the truth. But you respond. You don't have to respond. You could have just did the videos, did the lives, had fun with this. But I guess because again, this is just a week before they stopped making videos. So I think they didn't like the whole people critiquing them or people. having opinions
called us
on
Eddie
them,
and Woody.
especially, you know, the dad who has 7 jobs, quit them all, blamed the devil, and said God got him, even though God got you the jobs. So anyway, y'all, wrap this up. I haven't talked much about the initial people who had me make this video in the first place. I don't know. I feel like I should probably make them their own separate video, but you know what? I'm not. I'm just gonna go. Again, the whole quitting your job because God told you to become a content creator, whether that YouTuber, TikToker. For me to do that, I would have to make 2.5, 3 times what I'm making to go. I quit because you have things like insurance, you have things like retirement, you have things like 401k, you have your money is in places with a job, taxes, you know, et cetera and so forth. So for me to go, I had to make enough money where I had to make enough money where I could pay things 6 months at a time. That's how much I would have to make to quit my job. Where I could go, here's the light bill for 6 months, here's the car note for 6 months, here's the car insurance for 6 months, here's my health insurance for 6 months, here's my whatever, for 6 months at a time. That's how comfortable I have to be. But I don't know. What's that person's name? Jules or whatever. And talking about, hey, I need $45,000 to pay for my teeth. Oh, what happened to all the money for the very demure, very whatever? I blew it on stupid shit. No. I ever get to the point where promotions and ads and real ones that I did make up, they start cutting me big checks. Y'all be, oh man, Pat, I heard you got that one deal. What'd you get with that shit? Let's see. I paid my car note for a year. I paid my insurance for a year. Oh man, it sounds boring. Yup, probably is to you. But I'll be damned if I'm stressing in the middle of the night on how something gonna get paid, hoping that the next live I do, people gift me enough so I can buy groceries. No. This is still just a fun thing for me. I don't, and I argue back and forth with myself. I say that, and if I did get to the point where I made like twice as much as I do at my job, I probably still won't quit my job. I probably still won't quit. I don't know why I would. I don't know, unless like this took me to a place where I have to travel for some reason. I don't see where I have to travel to make videos. So yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so this guy, where's the video of him saying it? Hold on. All these couples seem
Greetings, everybody.
Greetings.
With
like
love,
they're
Jenkins.
very nice
We are
people.
the new Afro Soul Group from Austin.
From Austin.
Yes,
And we're a husband and wife. I'm the husband.
I'm the wife.
Yeah.
Well, who are me to judge? I'm saying, like, why the joke? It's the joke I'm talking about. It
on
was
the verse.
it was funny, I guess. Okay, can she sing?
Be like, you give me deep emotion. Your love so deep. Ocean. Said you never leave me alone.
Is that an ankle? Who are me to judge? Okay. All right. Are they? I want to.
It's cold.
Posting when we were sick. We love
Everybody.
y'all. Okay.
Happy day.
Where's
Good morning
the
to you with love,
singing?
Jenkins.
Why don't people kiss like this anymore? Because you're out in public. Put your tongues back in your mouth. What the fuck do you mean? Why don't kiss? They do at home or in the car or in the dressing room at a Kohl's. You can't do it in Ross because they lock the doors for reasons. I might be one of the reasons. So,
Good morning to you with love, Jenkins.
right, where's the singing?
men
The singing.
Baby, you my ride or die.
No.
No.
No. Okay, so this is the video I think of them officially saying that he quit his job, or God told him to quit his job to sing.
Heavenly Father, yeah. Heavenly Father, Heavenly Father, yeah.
Okay, they're not horrible in any way. It's not like bad to listen to. But is it like quit my job and put everything I have into? No, it's not. It's 100% not. I have a friend, she can sing fucking beautifully. She works in insurance and has for 20 years, I think. She's like, if I make it, I make it. It is.
And I used to go fishing when I was a little girl. You gotta be real quiet on.
People judging me because I made my wife quit her job so we can chase our music career. Read that one more time. People judging me because I made my wife quit.
Preach.
Okay. Quit our jobs. Now, quit our jobs. Now we're in the studio working on our song. All right, then. All right.
All right, babe, tell him what I told you. Tell him.
Every time I cry, I'ma see.
Oh, that's a song?
So we still working on music.
I'ma see you smile. Every time I cry, you just hold me. Daddy died, my heart busted open. Eyes crying, tears they rolling. Almost took my life, it was hopeless. But I turned my pain into focus. I'ma see you smile, my confront me. Never thought he had me so blind. Then I heard a voice staring behind me. This how you turned us into darkness. Made it through that storm, kept climbing. Made it out the dark, Lord, find me. Had to leave the streets so hard me. Thank God it's heaven for a sign.
Not being an asshole, but you just left the streets, sir. They still got straight connection to your ass to the ankle mark. Like you just left the streets. But good though. Okay, it ain't my cup of tea, but it's not bad. I feel like it's something I would hear on the radio. I feel like it was something I would hear on the radio. I've heard worse. There's worse out there. There's much worse out there. Quit your job? Good? No, but I feel like if they keep pushing, make some good stuff. But I think this video here, not this one. This one is like them hearing all the people joke and talk about quitting their job to make it in the music industry and blah, 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 blah. And they're kind of leaning into it, making a joke out of themselves, which I do. I like that. That's what I feel like everybody should do. Like lean into the shit talk, lean into it. I mean, not if you're just a piece of shit person, but like stuff like this, just lean into. The other family, they should have started doing skits of him just quitting jobs or losing jobs. And the job would have got like goofier as like they could have included the kids. Here's a free one for you. You could have included the kids, had one of the kids open up a little restaurant in the room, right? With the little kid kitchen toys, right? And had him work as a delivery person, right? And he needs to deliver. He needs to deliver the snacks from that room to mommy in the living room. And then he delivers, and then the mom doesn't tip, and then he goes back, and the kid's like, it's like, hey, we just got a call. You tried to force a woman to give you a tip. And so, yeah, she didn't tip me. You're fired. They should have leaned into that, and that would have been like, oh, okay. They get the joke. But nobody does that. Everybody hears themselves being made fun of or whatever, and instead of just taking that and making it into something, they either run away or they scream into the fucking camera. Well, you're screaming me, sweetheart. They do that Instead of just going, yeah, I'm ugly. I'm going to lean into me being ugly. Yeah, I'm an ugly man in a dress and a wig. I'm just going to lean into me being an ugly man in a dress and a wig. Turn it into actual skits. I don't think Hardface Arthur, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, Amoy, a.k.a. Amaka, is the one, you know, I don't think he knows what a skit looks like. Skits could easily be made that way. Like, what's his name? Norman. Norman is a man who wears dresses and a wig, and his shit is funny. What's the other guy's name? I forget his name. He has alopecia. He also has no teeth. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He wears dresses and a wig, and he does the skits and stuff. The one I think is the funniest one is when he's like typing, acting like a hotel. I'll pop the picture up here to see who I'm talking about. Non-problematic. Does the dresses and a wig. Funny as hell. Like, I don't understand how all these other people over here can be funny and not problematic, but then it comes to Joe and Amoy and fucking what's that penguin shaped motherfucker's name? It all of a sudden they're just the worst people. It's weird. But anyway, the video.
So we still working on music. We didn't go and look for a job like you said we was.
Music is the job.
What do you mean
I can
music
tell you
is it? We need milk for the baby. We need food and
It's
stuff
$4.
like that. And you're talking about
He
this
said
is the
$4?
job.
It's $4.
What are we supposed to do with that? Have you checked the prices of all kinds of
I'm gonna send it on the studio.
Are you on the studio? Are you? What was the point?
That's actually funny. That's actually funny. He got a laugh out of me. The fact that he gave her $4. Just had them 4 wrinkled dollars. Here, I knew she was gonna come and ask for money. God damn it. This is what I'm talking about. Ah, well, okay. So as far as official Love Jenkins, you know, these don't seem like very bad people at all. I again, their music may not be but it's only one song. Maybe they'll put out a song. You know what? I'm gonna follow them. They're gonna get a follow for me today. I'm gonna keep up with them, see what's going on. Hopefully they put out some stuff, and I'm like, okay, I like that. I've had that happen. I've had that happen where a musician made a song, and I was like, hey, not my cup of tea. I don't like that. And then they put out a second song. Oh, I like that. Wait, that's the same person? So yeah, guys, wrapping this up here. Y'all got an hour-long video out of me. Congratulations for you. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I really appreciate y'all. Do all the things. Follow me on all the socials. Y'all know what to do. Again, thank y'all so very much for 1,300 subscribers. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.